Hey there everybody, it's Wayne D. Welcome to the website. You know it, it's WayneD.com. And one of my favorite players, Rickie Fowler. Having a good year. Already won. Best short game really on the tour. Combination putting and scrambling. Alright, he's top three. But anyway, did a video just yesterday on his putting grip in detail. Now I want to look at the stroke. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to go over with you is the rhythm. So I like to use a metronome. Now I've been pretty much on 85 for a long time, many years. Started out much slower, and then I picked it up. I was about in the mid 60s, and started to miss some short putts. Went to 80, 85. Much. So listen to this. I'm going to play him putting a few. Now if you've used a metronome before, you might be surprised that I have this set on 95. And that's about a, I don't know, what has he got? You got a 12, 15 footer here. So it's a pretty average putt. It's not a particularly short one. So here's a longer one. See, it's pretty much the same. Even though the stroke is longer, it fits into the beat. Doesn't really change tempo. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I'm actually thinking about trying that out. I haven't played in a while, but I was thinking about picking up the pace. So, as you know, rhythm is a huge factor in putting. Alright, so here's Fowler hitting a 4-footer. So he lines up the line on the ball. Watch how quick he gets into this thing. Now here you can see a little thing that he does that I think is pretty interesting. Another pretty cool thing. Watch the putter. It's going to lift up right off the ground. Right there. Back a little bit. Oh. Boom. So you'll see it. I mean, there's the edge of the putter. Of course, the camera's moving all over, but it's definitely not on the ground. This one, you can't see it. Let me see it on this one. There it goes. Alright, so there's the putter on the ground. Up, right there. Swing. Pretty good idea, because I tell people all the time, definitely you cannot let the putter rest on the ground, and you definitely can't press it into the ground, because it gets stuck there. It weighs quite a bit more than a ball, and you know a ball sits in a little crevice, so you know the putter is pressing into the ground. So not a bad idea to give it a little bump. You see players bouncing it all the time. That's a pretty fun little quirk there. Now here's a nice face on view. So I wanted to draw the shaft line here and just show you what's up with that. Pretty much dead straight up here. So watch the the butt end of the grip. So if we draw that line further up, so that's the end of the backstroke, right? Get this right there. It's going to hit that line there. I'm just going to go through it. And that's going to hit further up. So the grip has moved a little more through the putt than it did going back, which is really important. Notice how the grip is moving here. So he really doesn't, you can just see it. He's putting, he's got his arms lightly against his torso. And he's making no big movement, it's a small movement of the upper trunk that's moving his arms. Notice how still he's keeping his body, his lower body. I mean, it's like really very, very quiet. Kind of an interesting posture too. He's got quite a bit of bend, but very, very little knee bend, like very little. And it's kind of hard to tell if his eyes are dead over it or just inside of it. He's got the shaft up about 68. Very narrow stance. And if you watch this, it appears that his weight would be pretty centered on his feet. The backswing is really pretty much perfectly still. And then as the shoulders rotate, I see in Fowler's stroke a little bit more of a where the face is down and then back up again. Looks to me like he's really hitting up on the ball. So he's definitely putting with a slight arc, not a big one. You can see his shoulders are definitely moving around. And another interesting thing is I always like to see when players see the putt roll. So if you watch his hat, now that ball is off the putter probably. Here's the ball. I'd say it's no more than here. You can see his cap is starting to turn already. So I'm guessing he picks it up around here somewhere. So for all the people that think they need to keep their head down forever, you just need to make sure you see the putter hit the ball. I usually tell people if you can wait till the putter stops moving, where the putter is here and the ball is there, and that's about when he picks it up. But I find it to be very distracting to try to keep my head down for a long period of time. Now he also says that he likes to keep himself still. He likes to focus on a spot behind the ball. Which is interesting. So here I think on this putt you get an idea of the way the putter rotates. It's inside, but it's also curling toward the ground, meaning the loft is de-lofting it and then adding loft coming through without flipping it. It's more of a arcing pendulum, if you would. You can definitely see the upward hit on that. So I think it's pretty cool how he picks it up, swings it. So swinging is a good word for the way Fowler putts. It's very structured, but it's also it looks very natural to me. And the pace of the stroke allows him to make shorter strokes. But it's so smooth. So anyway, that's a little compilation of Rickie Fowler putting, one of the best putters out there. All right.